You may have heard his voice.
All right, let's get these headlines done real quick once.
Or seen some of his viral videos.
We're just a group of husbands collectively waiting for our wives in the Target parking lot.
But what you may not know is that even though his claim to fame is called the Manitowoc Minute, he has a major connection to Eau Claire. 3 years ago, wait. I think it's best if I let someone else tell this part.
Here's what happened. 1 week on the Manitowoc Minute, I put a boat lift for sale, okay, over there on Lake Tomahawk, okay, but the boat lift...
$1,000 for no top.
And I says, oh my gosh, no top. And it was, kind of expensive, for, a topless boat lift, okay. Now, the guy who's selling it, I believe that was Jeff.
Hey, Jeff's got a Shoremaster for sale.
Okay, is that true? It was Jeff. And one of the guys over at Ambient,
my coworker, Justin.
Okay, he's got an Uncle Jeff who just so happened to be selling a topless boat lift over there on Lake Tomahawk. And so, Clayton says, what are the odds? So he calls me up.
I contacted Charlie and
he says, hey, we got a guy here working, and his uncle's
boat lift
that you just put on the Manitowoc Minute. I was like, great, is it for sale? And he says, no, that's not why I'm calling.
I mean, we talked about,
I'm calling because I have a t-shirt company. I was like, so are you going to use your t-shirt skills to make a top for Jeff's boat lift? And he says, no, that's not what I was thinking either. I said, so what are you thinking? He's like, well, do you have t-shirts? I says,
holy smokes, Jeff, this isn't Northern Exposure.
He says, no.
Just asked if he'd ever considered printing a t-shirt.
So I says, okay, now I think I know what you're saying. So that was a 20-minute phone call. It only needed to be about 2 minutes, but that's how that goes.
Okay, keep her moving.
Since that phone call 3 years ago, Ambient Inks has been designing, printing, and selling all of the merchandise for Wisconsin comedian Charlie Berens.
It's equal parts like good for business and also just really fun. Like it's one of the funnest projects I've ever worked on, really.
I get it. We're supposed to wear masks to protect essential workers, but honestly, I look like I'm about to go rob a Quick Trip. That's better.
There's usually an apparel item tied to a joke.
Each one of those apparel items?
Yeah, I'm wearing full-on Ambient Inks gear now. So I got the hat and the shirt.
Not just tied to a joke.
This is a cool shirt. It's the Wisconsin Rapids. Obviously, now the mill just closed, so that's sad.
Okay, I got this amazing.
It is off of a bit that we did about when, I took this picture and it was like, oh my gosh, does that not look like the happiest place in the world?
Okay, squinted.
But tied to a mission to keep our local economy moving.
From the very beginning, for him, having things made locally and having things made in America has always been like the focal point of his entire merch line. So, everything we print is manufactured in the United States, all the blanks that we print on, and then printed locally, in Eau Claire. So, we were certainly a good fit for him for that reason. That's something that's really important to us as a company, is doing things made in America and things that are socially conscious and sustainably focused.
It's very important to me to keep the printing in Wisconsin and buy a bunch of stuff in the U.S. because I just think it's good from a lot of different perspectives. People want to see different innovation and different industries in Wisconsin. I think this is a very easy way to support it. And as you give them more business, and as they grow, they can get more efficient in how they do things.
And they have been able to grow. Ambient Inks ships the majority of orders to the Badger State, but now they're shipping orders across the U.S. and even around the globe.
We'll ship orders to Europe, and I think I saw an order the other day go to Iceland. I mean, just all over.
Holy shoot.
His comedy travels.
They're not all here for takeout fish fry. Oh my gosh, they are.
Charlie's saying that they are always on board to try something new.
I just had this idea, or I did a stand-up bit on this thing, and I had the picture, and I called up, Clayton over there, and I said, can we get this picture on a shirt, and what will it look like? And instead of being like, oh, that's not how we typically do things or whatever, he got excited about it, and he was more like, how can we do this? And I think it turned out great. So
I love it. I think that's
thank you.
Very beautiful, very fetching.
Thank you very much. Honestly, it might have been my greatest my greatest photography ever, okay? Next to this one blue jay I got out in my backyard in the bird feeder, but maybe that'll be on a t-shirt soon, okay?
I would buy it. 100%.
Well, and we'll print it right up, okay?
So just like a beer and a brat, it's a perfect partnership made only here in Wisconsin.
Always on point, and if you want to pivot in one direction or another, they're right there to help you with it. So I really enjoyed them, and if this is beneficial to them as well, that's great, you know.
Well,
For Eau Claire Zone News 18, I'm Katie Fernetton, and remember, as always, go Packers, and you know the rest.